Lion Finn's Money Adventure: Discover the Magic of Saving, Spending, and Sharing. This book is geared towards ages 3 to 5. I'm on a mission to help the younger generation so that we can eliminate debt and financial illiteracy. So many of us grow up without the knowledge of how to manage our money. Yeah, we might get bits and pieces here, and I've been seeing a lot of different things in the media about little kids learning how to save, spend, and share. And this is where Lion Finn's book comes in. Save, spend, and share are the three key points that you need to do to build true wealth. Hey everyone, I'm Lisa Drennan, founder of I Date Money. What is I Date Money? It's all about dating your money once a week, sitting down with your budget and saying, this is where I want my money to go. You look at the income coming in, the income going out. I work with divorced and single mompreneurs who are at the point where they're tired of hustling, doing endless launches. They're making good money, but they feel like they're just working to pay the bills. I have a program, the Wealth Accelerator. In 90 days, we eradicate your debt, eliminate financial literacy, and build true wealth. We get your business organized and your personal finances organized so the two are separated and you're always paying yourself first. It's so important to pay yourself first. Treat it like a bill. When you have a bill, you're going to pay it, right? Make savings your number one bill. Make giving and having fun with your money your number two and your number three bill. Then everyone else gets paid. And when you set up your business expenses, your income flows through a business account and then it gets divided by certain percentages for taxes, profit, operating expenses. Owner's compensation is the first transaction that you make when you date money every single week. And this is the whole concept behind Lion Finn's Money Adventure: Discover the Magic of Saving, Spending, and Sharing. This adventure is ocean themed. Lion Finn is a wonderful character who learns about saving, spending, and sharing from his friends, Starry the starfish, Blue the crab. And when we think about the lessons that we learn them from everyone, our family, our friends, coworkers, associates, online, and we take all this information and gather it to conclude what will be our next step. And when I wrote Lion Finn's Money Adventure, 57 drafts before the final copy came out. It's in a rhyming theme because I know how important it is for us to remember things through a rhyme. And it's simple because that's how managing money gets to be. It's very simple to manage your money, but we make it complicated. We go after shiny objects and we believe that there's not enough for everyone. So we start to tell ourselves these stories that are complete lies that keep us from earning the money that we want to earn. I host calm cash flow workshops in different communities. And what we do during that time, I introduce them to aromatherapy, which is the power of using essential oils combined with breath and thoughts and feelings and old memories to help us identify blockers that we have that keep us from earning the money that we want to earn. But not only that, from holding on to that money, because we can all make money. When you look at the money that you've earned in your lifetime, you could see you've probably made $1 million. And then you look, well, I don't have $1 million in my bank account. Where did it all go? The same question we all ask. Where did it go? It went for your lifestyle. If I ask you that question now, you probably sit back and say, well, I know it's going for rent and food. The cost of living is astronomical high. Yes, it is. But everything's equal. Salaries have increased along with the cost of living. It might not feel like that because you haven't changed your lifestyle. So many of us have not created a spending plan that's congruent with our own lifestyle. And because it's not congruent with our own lifestyle, we lose track of our income and what we're spending our money on. So we think we know, oh, I got it all in my head. No, you don't. You can't memorize that stuff. So what happens is you keep telling yourself there's not enough. And then when the call comes to go out to dinner with the friends, you go to an outing, you're like, I can't afford that. That's too much money. How am I going to pay my rent? So you borrow it from the money allocated for your rent or mortgage, or you take it out of your savings, or you put it on a credit card. And then you just keep swiping that credit card and you think, oh, I got this under control. I'll pay it off when the bill comes. I know, I've been there. I racked up $100,000 worth of debt doing that same exact thing. And why? Because it started with my thoughts. My thoughts were unworthy, wasn't making enough. I was working full time, overtime, 3 side gigs, and yet I still felt broke. Why? I had my money invested and saved, good thing, because back when I was 22 years old, I filed for bankruptcy with $32,000 worth of debt and told myself after the judge made me promise, I was too young to be there. He made me promise to learn everything I could about finances, which I did. So I grew up with the message that money burns a hole in my pocket. So after I filed my bankruptcy, I set up my money in the envelope system and deposited into accounts and automatically set up investments and savings so that I took the money away, right away from myself. It was not in my hands. Poof, gone. I didn't pay attention to it. My husband and I would have conversations. Every day he'd sit down and date money and record what his earnings were. He's like, come look at your investments, see how they're doing. I'm like, why? It's so far off till I'm 62 before I can even touch that money. Who cares? Wrong attitude. Wrong attitude for sure. We want to pay attention to our money. We want to date our money. We want to know exactly what our money is doing to assure that it's working for us. Investments are so easy. It can be very simple. You can invest in two things and make tons of money on your investments. The same way that you invest in a credit card payment, you can take that money and invest it in stocks, bonds, houses, whatever you desire, whatever is aligned with what your comfort level is, and make that money grow for you. But you need to have a map. You need to know exactly where you want your money to go. So I always tell my clients when they come to work with me in the Wealth Accelerator, what's the number? What's your number? The number is the amount of money that you want coming into your hands every single month. For everybody, this is going to be different, and that's okay. As mompreneurs, we want to contribute, we want to provide. Maybe we want to be the breadwinner, maybe we want to retire our partners, maybe we're solo, we're single, and we want to be able to provide not only for ourselves but for our kids' future. We get to do that, we get to choose it, and it's not just about manifestation and making vision boards. It's about taking the action, the steps, so that you can move towards your goals. So that's why I love the Wealth Accelerator. It's a 90-day container where I walk you through the exact systems that I use to help me pay off $100,000 worth of debt in 6 months, where I implemented a cash strategy system so that I always make profit in my business and I always get paid first. Not my staff, not the operating cost, not the tax man. Me, as the CEO of my company, gets paid first. And then that money gets transferred over to my personal account. And then I take care of my households, which includes fun money. Because if you're not having fun with your money, why are you even working? We get to tackle all of these things. And it's not about restriction, it's not about cutting back on things that you love. It's about creating a spending plan that you enjoy. So if you want to do Starbucks every day, you can. It's your spending plan. I'm not going to tell you to eat ramen noodles and, go get 3 jobs to pay off your debt. No, there's a different way to do it, and it all starts with calming your nervous system down. It all starts with your thoughts, the feelings that they create, that give you the actions that get you the results that you want. So if you're a mompreneur, a solo, if you're a single or a divorced mompreneur who's just tired of endless launches, hustling after her money, you feel like you make good money, but there's not enough, this could be for you. Book a call and see. The link is in the show notes. And if you want to get started, especially if you have children in your life that are ages 3 to 7, with a simple guide on how to save, spend, and share, Get your copy of Lionfin's Money Adventure. Discover the magic of saving, spending, and sharing at Amazon. The link is in the comments as well. Because remember, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it's what you do with it.